Hi, I'm Luna. You don't have to do anything for this to be useful. You can just listen. If you're already sleepy, that's welcome. If you're wide awake, that's welcome too. If your body feels settled, or if it feels restless, it can all belong here. And if today felt like a lot, you don't have to sort any of it out right now. If things were ordinary, that's welcome too. If you feel tender or flat, or simply quiet inside, you don't have to change it. Tonight can be sleep, or it can be simple rest. It can be soft sensation, or no noticeable sensation at all. Nothing needs to happen for you to be allowed to be here. And if you notice yourself trying to do this the right way, you can let that go. There isn't a right way to listen. You can be here in fragments or all at once. If your mind is full, you don't have to empty it. If your thoughts are quiet, you don't have to hold onto that either. Everything can arrive exactly as it is. If attention wanders, it can wander. If you miss a sentence, you don't have to go back and catch it. If you drift in and out, that counts as listening too. Let this be a place where effort can loosen. A place where you don't have to prove you're relaxing. I'll stay steady with you quietly while you do less and less. You're not behind. You're not doing it wrong. I'm here with you. And for now, listening is enough. And now, just for a moment, you can let comfort matter. Not as a project, just as a kindness to your body. If you'd like, take a quick check from head to toe. Notice whether anything is pulling, pinching, or asking for a small change. And if there is one simple adjustment that would help, you can take it now. A shift of the hips, a little change in the shoulders, letting the hands rest in a new place. Maybe letting the jaw unclench, or letting the tongue rest softly. Only what's easy, only what's brief. And when you're ready, you can let the movement end. Feel how the surface beneath you is already doing the work of holding you up. The mattress, the bed, whatever you're resting on. It's steady. It doesn't ask you to help. You can let that be true right away, even if your mind is still busy, even if some part of you is still on alert. The support beneath you can keep holding without you having to earn it. You might notice the contact at the back of your head, the way your shoulders meet the support beneath them, the heaviness of your upper arms simply being carried And you might notice the smaller places, too. The curve where the neck is supported. The shoulder blades resting like they can finally stop hovering. The ribs rising and falling with nothing to prove. Notice your back and how it can widen into rest. Notice the weight of the pelvis settling. Notice the backs of the legs, the calves, the heels. Each place that touches the bed is a place you don't have to hold up anymore. And if it feels right, you can notice how the bed meets you back. Not pushing, just receiving. A quiet, patient steadiness underneath every exhale. If it helps, you can let yourself be a little heavier without forcing it, as though the support beneath you is quietly receiving you. You don't have to arrange anything. You can let the body be arranged by gravity. And if you notice bracing anywhere, you don't have to fight it. You can just give that place permission to soften a fraction. Not all at once, just enough to feel the holding underneath it. And now, if you'd like, you can make a gentle agreement with yourself. Nothing strict, just a soft commitment to stillness for a while. If a swallow happens or a breath shifts, that's fine. But otherwise, you can let the muscles stop trying to assist. If your attention wanders, it can wander. If you're not sure you're doing this right, you can let that question go. There's nothing to achieve here. Just this simple experience of being supported, moment by moment. You're supported, held from beneath, carried even in the places you usually tense without noticing. And in that support, you can begin to feel quietly ready to do less. Ready to stop bracing. Ready to let the bed take the weight. Ready to be exactly as you are, with no performance required. And now, without changing anything on purpose, you can simply notice that you are breathing. Air moving in, air moving out. No need to make it deeper. No need to make it slower. Just the breath you already have, arriving and leaving on its own. And if the breath feels faint or hard to find, that's okay. You can notice something close to it instead. The gentle lift and fall in the ribs, or the soft movement in the belly. And if even that feels unclear tonight, you can let it be unclear. You can simply rest with the idea that breathing is happening somewhere inside you, without needing your help. Let the inhale be a quiet arriving. Let the exhale be a quiet easing. Not because you're controlling it, just because you're noticing what it naturally does. If thoughts move through, they can move through. You don't have to clear them. You can keep returning to the simple truth that you're breathing. And if you return a little late or only halfway, that's still a return. Even drifting is allowed. Even sleep is allowed. Deep rest is allowed. And if nothing in particular happens, that is allowed too. Now, as you notice the next easy inhale, choose one place where your body meets the surface beneath you. Just one. The back of the right shoulder resting. On the next exhale, feel that contact point the way it is. Maybe warm, maybe neutral, maybe you barely notice anything at all. All of that is fine. And beneath that shoulder, the support is steady. It holds you without asking you to participate. It stays, even if your attention comes and goes. And with the next inhale, in that exact spot, you can imagine or sense a tiny starlight marker, a gentle point of light, as if a single calm spark has settled there. It does not need to be bright. It does not need to be clear. You can simply allow the idea of it. And if you can't find it at all, you can let that be okay too. You can imagine it vaguely, or you can just stay with the plain sensation of the shoulder being supported. As you notice the next inhale, imagine or sense that starlight being softly touched by the breath without moving. And as you notice the exhale, imagine or sense that same starlight staying steady, still resting at the back of the shoulder. If the connection between breath and starlight feels subtle, that's perfectly fine. It can be more like a suggestion than a sensation. A quiet noticing that doesn't need to prove itself. Now, for just a moment, we'll rehearse a change in perspective. Only briefly. Only in a way that stays safe and easy. And you can do it in whatever way feels most comfortable. If it feels natural, you can imagine it. If it doesn't, you can simply listen to the words and stay right where you are. And as you notice one more gentle breath, you can keep one small anchor in mind. Your body is still down there, supported, breathing all by itself. If you'd like, imagine your awareness lifting up toward a high corner of the ceiling. Not traveling far, just a quiet vantage point in the room. From there, you might imagine or sense the shape of your resting body below. Still, supported, breathing all by itself. You do not have to see anything. You can simply know it. A body at rest, a breath moving in and out. And if anything about this feels strange, or if you feel nothing at all, that's okay. You're not doing it wrong. This is only a gentle rehearsal, and you can step back at any moment. And notice how calm it can be to witness that, even for a second. Nothing to fix, nothing to perform. Now, on an exhale, gently, you can let awareness drift back down into the body, back to the contact points, back to the bed holding you. You might notice the weight returning in a familiar way. The shoulder resting, the back being carried, the steady support underneath you, unchanged. And with the next inhale, you can let yourself be the observer again, from inside the body now. Simply noticing, without needing to name it perfectly. Return to the right shoulder. Return to that tiny starlight marker, if it's still there. And return to the breath, exactly as it is. And if the starlight has faded or never appeared, you can let that be completely fine. The contact point is enough. The breath is enough. The support beneath you is already doing the work. Here in close, breathing, supported, with nothing else you need to do right now. And staying right here, close in, you can let the face become the easiest place to let go. Not by trying, more like allowing a softening you do not have to earn. Let the forehead smooth, even a little, as if the skin across the brow can spread out and rest. If it does not change, that is okay. You can simply stop checking. And if you notice yourself checking anyway, that can be included too. A small return with no opinion about it. And around the eyes, let there be less doing. The tiny muscles that hold focus and effort and alertness. They can loosen in their own timing. No need to force the lids to feel heavy. Just let them be exactly what they are. You might even sense the skin softening at the outer corners. A quiet easing that does not need to go anywhere. Now the jaw. If you notice any clenching, any holding, you can allow a small unhooking. Not wide, not dramatic, just enough space that the teeth do not need to meet. And if the jaw wants to keep a little tension for now, it can. You can let it grow a touch heavier, simply by not lifting it. And the tongue can rest too. Maybe it settles low and easy, with no pressing. If it keeps wanting to tense, you do not have to argue with it. You can let it be, and still let the rest of the mouth soften around it. The lips can loosen. The space inside the mouth can feel a little wider without you making it wider. Forehead soft, eyes soft, jaw soft, tongue soft. And if any one of those places tightens again, that can be included too. Nothing to correct. You can soften one small area and let that be enough for this moment. Thoughts may keep moving. They can pass through like small bits of conversation in another room. You do not have to answer. You do not have to follow. Just notice and let the mind keep its distance. And if you get pulled in for a few seconds, that is so human. You can return without scolding yourself. And you might begin to notice sound. Any sound at all. Near or far. Inside the room or outside it. Let each sound be simply a sound. Arriving, lingering for a moment, and fading on its own. No need to decide if it is good or bad. No need to reach for it. A sound can come, and you can stay right here. And in the same way, let each thought be simply a thought. Arriving, passing, leaving space behind. You can let the space be more important than the content. You can let the pause after a thought feel like relief. The face stays soft. The jaw stays unhurried. And you can rest in this receptive listening, supported breathing, and allowed to be exactly as you are. Even if attention drifts, even if it comes back, you are still held in the same steadiness. And from this steadiness, you can let something simple settle in, like a quiet direction for the heart. Not a task, not something to do perfectly. Just one gentle line you can hold or barely touch and still receive its comfort. And you do not have to make it meaningful. You do not have to make it strong. It can be small, almost private, like a note you set down inside yourself and do not pick apart. If you would like, bring attention near the center of the chest, not hunting for a feeling, just noticing the area. And you can imagine or sense a tiny starlight there, a pinpoint of calm brightness. It might feel warm or cool. It might feel still, or it might have the faintest pulse to it, like a soft flicker that does not ask anything of you. If you do not sense anything at all, that is completely okay. You can simply imagine the idea of it, or leave it as empty space. And even empty space can be gentle. Even neutral can be enough. And if the mind tries to picture it too hard, you can let the picture blur. No sharp edges. No need for a color. Just the simple sense of a steady point, or the simple thought of steadiness resting near the heart. And here is the phrase, offered softly. You can repeat it inside, in your own way. Just once, or as a whisper of thought. I am safe. And then you can pause and receive whatever follows. Maybe there is a softening. Maybe there is nothing. Either way, you are not behind. You can simply notice the chest, the breath, the steady support beneath you, and let the words be in the background. Let it land wherever it lands, clear or blurry, strong or faint. Any version counts, even a half-formed echo. And if a part of you does not believe it, you do not have to push that part away. You can let the phrase be an offering, not an argument. And again, if you would like, as if that tiny starlight at the heart hears it and simply stays steady. Imagine or sense it resting there with you without effort. I am safe. And now, again, you can step back into noticing. Noticing the breath moving in its own way. Noticing the space around the phrase. If the starlight feels warmer or softer or more spacious, you can let that be true. And if it feels exactly the same, you can let that be true as well. No need to reach for a feeling to match the words. The words can float on their own. The chest can be exactly as it is. And you can be exactly as you are, while this settles in its own timing. And one more time, softly, easily. Almost like letting the phrase rest in the space of the breath. Like setting it down and letting it stay near you without being held. I am safe. And then just notice again. A quiet receiving. A simple listening inside. If the phrase leaves a trace of ease, you can allow it. If it leaves no trace you can find, you can allow that too. Nothing to measure. Nothing to get right. And now you can release even that. Let the phrase fade into the background. Let the starlight, imagined or sensed, be effortlessly present or not present at all. And as this intention settles, I am still here with you, steady and quiet. Not asking you for anything. Just keeping you company as you rest. You remain supported, receptive, and free to drift without needing to hold anything in place. And you can keep resting exactly as you are. The body can stay still. Nothing needs to move to do this. And I am right here with you, keeping the pace simple and kind. You do not have to do anything special for this to work. We will let attention travel quickly and gently from place to place. not to change anything, just to visit. At each place, imagine or sense a tiny point of starlight. If you do not feel it, you can simply think the words starlight and move on. If you only catch a few of the places, that is still enough. If the mind wanders, that is completely normal. You can rejoin at the next place you hear. No need to go back. Stay with the simple pattern. Name the place. Tiny starlight there. And move on. Right thumb. Tiny starlight. Right index finger. Tiny starlight. Right middle finger. Tiny starlight. Right ring finger. Tiny starlight. Right little finger. Tiny starlight. And now, from the fingers into the hand. Right palm. Tiny starlight. Back of the right hand. Tiny starlight. Right wrist. Tiny starlight. From the wrist into the arm without effort. Right forearm. Tiny starlight. Right elbow. Tiny starlight. Right upper arm. Tiny starlight. Right shoulder. Tiny starlight. And if you notice any blankness in any of these places, you can let it be blank. Starlight or no starlight. And we keep moving. Right armpit. Tiny starlight. Right side of the rib cage. Tiny starlight. Right waist. Tiny starlight. Right hip. Tiny starlight. And now down the right leg as the body stays heavy and quiet. Right thigh. Tiny starlight. Right knee. Tiny starlight. Right shin. Tiny starlight. Right calf. Tiny starlight. Right ankle. Tiny starlight. Right heel. Tiny starlight. Sole of the right foot. Tiny starlight. Top of the right foot. Tiny starlight. And into the toes, one by one, without needing to picture them clearly. Right big toe. Tiny starlight. Right second toe. tiny starlight. Right third toe, tiny starlight. Right fourth toe, tiny starlight. Right little toe, tiny starlight. Now the left side. Left thumb, tiny starlight. Left index finger, tiny starlight. Left middle finger, tiny starlight. Left ring finger, tiny starlight. Left little finger, tiny starlight. And now, from the fingers into the hand. Left palm, tiny starlight. Back of the left hand, tiny starlight. Left wrist, tiny starlight. From the wrist into the arm, steady and simple. Left forearm, tiny starlight. Left elbow, tiny starlight. Left upper arm, tiny starlight. Left shoulder, tiny starlight. Left armpit, tiny starlight. Left side of the rib cage, tiny starlight. Left waist, tiny starlight. Left hip, tiny starlight. And down the left leg with the same quiet rhythm. Left thigh, tiny starlight. Left knee, tiny starlight. Left shin, tiny starlight. Left calf, tiny starlight. Left ankle, tiny starlight. Left heel, tiny starlight. Sole of the left foot, tiny starlight. Top of the left foot, tiny starlight. And into the toes in the same simple pattern. Left big toe, tiny starlight. Left second toe, tiny starlight. Left third toe, tiny starlight. Left fourth toe, tiny starlight. Left little toe, tiny starlight. Now the center of the body. Pelvis, tiny starlight. Lower abdomen, tiny starlight. Navel area, tiny starlight. upper abdomen, tiny starlight, center of the chest, tiny starlight. And as we move through the center, you can let the breath be natural in its own way. Inhale or exhale, it does not matter. The body stays supported, and attention just passes through. Right side of the chest, tiny starlight. Left side of the chest, tiny starlight. Center of the upper back, tiny starlight. Lower back, tiny starlight. Base of the throat, tiny starlight. Throat, tiny starlight. Back of the neck, tiny starlight. And now the face, in the same gentle visiting. Jaw, tiny starlight. Chin, tiny starlight. Mouth, tiny starlight. Nose, tiny starlight. Cheeks, tiny starlight. Right eye, tiny starlight. Left eye, tiny starlight. Space between the eyebrows, tiny starlight. Forehead, tiny starlight. And up around the head, still simple, still quiet. Right temple, tiny starlight. Left temple, tiny starlight. Right ear, tiny starlight. Left ear, tiny starlight. Back of the head, tiny starlight. Crown of the head, tiny starlight. And now, the whole body resting at once. Still, supported, held in one quiet peace. If your attention has drifted, you can simply notice the place you are hearing right now. That is enough. You are doing nothing wrong. And we will run the same simple rotation again, a little more quietly, letting it be almost automatic. And as we begin again, you can let it be easy to miss things. You can let it be easy to come back. I will keep naming the places, and you can keep resting. Right thumb, tiny starlight. right index finger, tiny starlight, right middle finger, tiny starlight, right ring finger, tiny starlight, right little finger, tiny starlight, and into the hand, right palm, tiny starlight, right wrist, tiny starlight, and into the arm, right elbow, tiny starlight, right shoulder, tiny starlight, and into the side body, right hip, tiny starlight, right knee, tiny starlight, right ankle, tiny starlight, right big toe, tiny starlight. And just for a moment, feel how nothing has to be forced. Attention moves, and the body stays still. Left thumb, tiny starlight. Left index finger, tiny starlight. Left middle finger, tiny starlight. Left ring finger, tiny starlight. Left little finger, tiny starlight. And into the hand, left palm, tiny starlight. Left wrist, tiny starlight. And into the arm, left elbow, tiny starlight. Left shoulder, tiny starlight. And down, left hip, tiny starlight. Left knee, tiny starlight. Left ankle, tiny starlight. Left big toe, tiny starlight. And into the center again. Lower abdomen, tiny starlight. Center of the chest, tiny starlight. Throat, tiny starlight. And now the face and the brow, gently, briefly. Mouth, tiny starlight. Space between the eyebrows, tiny starlight. Crown of the head, tiny starlight. And again, the whole body. Still, held by the surface beneath you. Quietly here, can let the rotation slow on its own without needing to decide. Attention can rest wherever it rests, and the body can remain quiet and unmoving. If any points of starlight remain, fine. If none remain, fine. You can simply stay with the feeling of being supported and let everything else be simple. And if it helps, you can notice one plain truth. You are already held up. The floor, the bed, the surface beneath you is doing the work. You do not have to keep track of where attention goes next. You do not have to keep the starlight in place. You can let it come and go, like a brief touch of awareness and nothing more. And I will stay close in this quiet way as you settle into the next part. Stillness first. Softness where it shows up. And permission either way. Stillness first. Softness where it shows up. And permission either way. Now, without needing to hold on to any single point, without needing to remember where they were, let all of those little touches of starlight begin to belong to one another, as if the points have always been part of one quiet constellation, not separate, just noticed one at a time. And you do not have to see this clearly. You can imagine it or sense it, or simply let the words point in a direction and rest. Let the starlight gather into a single, gentle glow. Not sharp, not dazzling, just a calm, even presence through the whole body at once. If some places feel brighter and other places feel blank, that is completely okay. The glow can be uneven or barely there, or only an idea. And now, let your breath be the simplest companion to it. No need to change the breath. Just noticing the natural wave of inhale and the natural wave of exhale. On an inhale, the glow can feel like it fills in. as though warmth and light gently occupy the spaces between those old points, quietly knitting them into one soft field. On an exhale, the glow can feel as though it spreads, not pushing, not reaching, just easing outward, the way a relaxed sigh loosens the edges of effort. Inhale, and the glow gathers, smooth and whole. Exhale, and the glow relaxes outward, a little more spacious. And if the breath is shallow, that is fine. If it is deep, that is fine. If you lose track of the breath entirely, that is also fine. The glow does not depend on perfect attention. Just a soft pattern you can return to when you notice you are listening again. Inhale, filling. Exhale, expanding. And you might sense the glow most clearly in one region, in the chest, or the belly, or the hands, or the face. Let that be okay. The whole body can share in it, even if only one area announces itself. Inhale, a gentle brightening within the body. Exhale, a gentle loosening around the body. Now, midway through, return for a moment to what is undeniably here. The simple contact of your body with the surface beneath you. The steady support that has been holding you the whole time. Notice the places where you meet the bed or the floor. The back of the body. The weight, the pressure, the shape of you resting. And notice, too, the air touching the skin. Maybe at the hands. Maybe at the face. Maybe at the throat. Nothing to fix. Nothing to improve. Just this quiet, physical truth. And now, from that anchor, let the glow be felt again. Imagine or sense the whole body glow returning, already assembled. On the inhale, it fills the body from within, as if the breath gently polishes the inside of the body, making it more even more coherent, more calm. On the exhale, let it expand just beyond the skin. Only as far as it wants to. A soft margin of light around you. Inhale, the glow becomes more whole inside. Exhale, the glow becomes more spacious outside. And if you cannot sense anything outside the body, that is okay. You can keep it entirely within the skin, or let it be only a suggestion of space. If thoughts drift through, let them drift through the glow. If sounds arrive, let them arrive inside the glow. Nothing needs to be pushed away. Everything can be included without becoming important. And you can let the breath do what it does. Inhale, and maybe the glow quietly gathers itself. Exhale, and maybe the glow quietly softens its edges. Now begin to shift from doing anything at all into simply noticing. Noticing the body resting. Noticing the breath moving on its own. Noticing the glow, however it appears or does not appear. You are the witness of this calm field. A quiet observer with nothing to manage. And the whole body glow can keep being there in the background, steady or faint. While you rest and simply watch. And as you rest as the witness of it, you can let that whole body glow become a little less like something you do, and a little more like something that is simply here with you. Imagine or sense the glow surrounding you now. Not changing the room. Not creating a new place. Just forming a soft-edged bubble around your resting body. It can be close to the skin, or a little farther out. It can feel like a faint boundary, or like almost nothing. Any version is welcome. And if you do not sense a bubble at all, that is completely okay. You can treat it as an idea, a suggestion of gentle containment. Or you can ignore the image and simply keep resting in the glow inside the body. For a moment, notice the simple physical truth again. The weight of you on the surface beneath you. The steadiness of support. And from that steadiness, imagine or sense the bubble holding the space around you without pressure. Like a quiet layer that says, you do not need to brace. You do not need to monitor. You can be softer than you think you have to be. And if it helps to hear it plainly, I'm not asking you to do this perfectly. Even the smallest sense of ease counts as enough tonight. And as you rest inside this gentle boundary, you might notice subtle sensations. A mild tingling, a sense of warmth, a floating feeling, a faint vibration. Or you might notice nothing in particular at all. Whatever is true for you is allowed. Nothing needs to be amplified. Nothing needs to be interpreted. If sensation appears, it can simply appear. If nothing appears, that is just as good. Imagine or sense the bubble as calm and non-demanding. It is not tight. It is not rigid. It is simply a soft margin, letting your system know it can settle. And if you happen to notice a temperature in it, warm, cool, or neutral, that can be welcome too. And if you notice nothing like that at all, that is completely fine. If thoughts drift by, they can drift by inside the bubble. If sounds arrive, they can can arrive inside it too. Everything can pass through your awareness without needing to disturb your resting place. Now, just for a few breaths, you can let the bubble feel a touch more complete. Not brighter, not bigger, just more evenly present. On an inhale, imagine or sense the glow inside you quietly gathering itself. On an exhale, imagine or sense the bubble around you becoming smooth at the edges. And then step back again into observing. Notice the body resting. Notice the breath moving. Notice the bubble, if it is there. Or notice the absence of it, if that is what is true. And in this first round of it, you can let the bubble do the work of being present. While you do the simple work of not needing to do anything. You do not have to hold the image in place. You do not have to keep checking for sensations. If the bubble fades, let it fade. If it returns, let it return. You can remain the quiet witness either way. And now imagine or sense it again. The same soft boundary. The same gentle, sheltering space. Only this time, notice how it can feel both solid enough to trust and open enough to breathe inside. If you can sense that contrast, let it be simple. And if you cannot sense it, you do not need it. You can just rest in the idea of steady and open. For a few breaths, the rhythm can be very plain. Inhale, a quiet gathering inside the body. Exhale, a quiet smoothing around the body. And then again, you step back. Why watching without effort. Imagine or sense once more that you are enclosed in something kind and simple. A soft boundary, a gentle, sheltering space. With plenty of room inside to breathe naturally. And within that, any tingling can be just tingling. Any warmth can be just warmth. Any heaviness can be just heaviness. Any emptiness can be just emptiness. And if you notice a sense of drifting, or a sense of being very still, either one can be held here. And if there is nothing noticeable at all, that can be held here too. Now a third time, in the simplest way. Imagine or sense the bubble as already formed. Already gentle. Already enough. No need to improve it. No need to stabilize it. If it is clear, fine. If it is faint, fine. If it is only words you are listening to, that is fine too. And in this third round, you can let it become self-sustaining. A steady, quiet sense of being contained. While you keep doing what you have been doing all along. Resting, allowing, no signs to read, no progress to measure, just a safe, quiet field where your attention can soften. And you can let yourself rest a little deeper into being held. Not by effort, just by permission. And from this quiet permission, still resting inside that soft boundary around you, can deepen in a very simple way. Not by doing more, just by noticing contrast. First, we let the body be heavy. Imagine or sense the weight of you being completely accepted by the surface beneath you. Your shoulders heavy, your hips heavy, your legs heavy. Not forced, not pressed, just heavy in the most ordinary, safe way. As if gravity is allowed to do its job for you. And you can let the heaviness arrive in small places first. A heavier jaw, a heavier tongue, a heavier forehead. Nothing dramatic. Just a quiet settling. If you notice any place that is still holding itself up, that is okay. You do not need to fix it. Just let the idea of heaviness be nearby, like a suggestion your body can listen to when it is ready. Feel the back of the head resting, the upper back resting, the lower back resting, the backs of the legs resting, heavier and supported. And you might even notice how the hands can be heavy too. The palms resting, the fingers resting, not doing anything, not preparing for anything. And the bubble around you can stay exactly as it is. Soft-edged, non-demanding, just letting your whole system know you can sink. For a few breaths, let heaviness be the truth. Inhale, you are gathered. Exhale, you sink. nothing to accomplish. No right depth. And you can take a little longer here than you think you need. Because even if your mind wanders, the weight of you can keep resting anyway. And now, without changing anything in a big way, we let a second truth be possible too. Imagine or sense within the same resting body, within the same gentle bubble, a touch of lightness. Not lifting you away, not making you weightless, just a soft, floating quality, like the body is being held so well that it can feel a little less gripped. And the lightness can be very subtle. So subtle it feels more like ease than a sensation. A little less bracing. A little more room inside. The surface is still there. The support is still there. And yet, inside that support, there can be ease. A subtle buoyancy. A quiet spaciousness. If you feel it, you feel it. If you do not, that is completely okay. You can simply rest with the words. Lightness is not something you have to create. For a few breaths, let that gentle lightness be here. Inhale a soft opening inside. Exhale an easy floating within the bubble. And now, very simply, we can cycle it again. Without effort, without searching, returning to heaviness for a moment. The shoulders heavy again. The hips heavy again. The legs heavy again. as if the surface beneath you is glad to carry the weight. And if heaviness does not arrive clearly, that is okay. You can let it be only a direction. Only a permission. Then, within that same steadiness, lightness again. A small softening in the center of the body. A quiet buoyancy in the chest, or the belly, or nowhere in particular. However it comes, or if it does not come, and notice how the bubble does not need to change for any of this. It can remain soft. It can remain simple. Just enough to let your system keep unwinding. And now a third time, just to make it familiar. Just to let the body learn it without trying. Heaviness again. The back of the head. The back of the ribs. The belly resting. The backs of the legs. Supported and heavy. And the reassurance can be simple. If your attention is steady, that is fine. If your attention drifts, that is fine too. Either way, you are still allowed to rest. Lightness again. Not as an escape. Just as ease inside what is already holding you. A soft, floating quality. A quiet loosening. And notice how both can be true. The body heavy and supported. And the inner experience light and unforced. No need choose the correct one. No need to keep checking. Just letting heaviness and lightness come and go, like whether that does not require your attention. And now you can let go of the contrast itself. Let go of heavy. Let go of light. Let the bubble be present or absent. Let sensations be noticeable or not. And if it helps to hear it in a warmer way, you have already done enough just by arriving here. You do not have to earn the rest that is available to you now. Nothing to hold. Nothing to chase. Just the simple surrender of resting. And you can let that surrender be gradual. Not a switch you flip. More like a soft release that keeps happening on its own. If thoughts come, they can come. If sensations come, they can come. If nothing comes, that can be here too. And you can rest inside the support beneath you. Inside the space around you. Without needing to follow every word now. And from here, you can keep resting exactly as you are. Not needing to follow closely. Not needing to make anything happen. If you like, let your attention hover near the body, lightly. Not scanning. Not searching. Just being aware that a body is here, resting. this resting, you might notice subtle sensations. Or you might not. Both are completely okay. Maybe there is tingling somewhere. In the hands. In the feet. In the face. Or only the idea of tingling, faint and uncertain. And you can let that tingling be small. You can let it be uneven. Just a few quiet points of sensation. Nothing to interpret. And if there is no tingling at all, that is equally fine. Maybe you notice gentle vibrations. A soft shimmering. Or a quiet pulsing that comes and goes. And if you do not notice anything like that, that is equally fine. And you do not have to keep checking for it. You can let vibration be present without reaching toward it. And if it is not present, you can let that be simple too. Maybe you notice warmth. A warm spot. A warm spread. Or just a neutral temperature with nothing in particular to report. All of it is fine. And if warmth is there, it can come in its own time. And if it does not come, you are not missing anything. Rest is still rest. And maybe the most honest sensation is simply contact. The gentle pressure where you meet the surface beneath you. A steady, ordinary weight. Or maybe there is coolness somewhere. A cooler cheek. Cooler fingers. Or a coolness that is so subtle, it is almost just an idea. And if there is no coolness, if it is all neutral, that is equally fine. Whatever is present, you do not have to name it perfectly. You do not have to hold it in place. You do not have to try to increase it. You can simply notice. And let it be. And we can let it move through the same gentle loop again. Tingling or no tingling. Vibration or no vibration. Warmth, coolness, pressure, or nothing at all. All allowed. No need to search for the stronger version. No need to prefer one sensation over another. Even neutrality can be a place to rest. If a sensation becomes clearer, you can allow that. If it fades, you can allow that too. If nothing shows itself at all, you can rest in that just as deeply. And all the while, you can stay as the one who is aware. Not needing to do anything with what you notice. Just observing gently. And if it helps to hear it again, You are doing this kindly. Even if you feel a lot. Even if you feel nothing. You are safe to rest here. No performance. No proving. Just you being allowed to soften. And still, before anything shifts, let's touch the simplest anchor again. The places where your body meets what supports you. The steady contact. And the breath, just as it is. Not shaped. Not managed. Just the quiet fact of air. And air. If the body is heavy, that is fine. If it is light, that is fine. If you notice tingling or warmth or nothing at all, it can all remain exactly as it is. And now, very gently, you can let the body become the background. Not disappearing. Not pushed away. Just no longer the main focus. Imagine or sense a simple threshold in front of you. It does not need to look like anything specific. It can be more like a feeling of an opening. A quiet passage. And at the center of that opening, imagine or sense a gentle motion. A slow swirl of light. Not bright. Not intense. Just a soft, turning presence. If you can see it, you can see it. If you cannot, you can simply sense the idea of it. And if even the idea feels faint, that is okay too. Let it be simple. A gentle vortex. A calm turning. As if the air itself is slowly rotating in the kindest, easiest way. And you do not have to move your body toward it. It is an inner movement of attention only. A quiet leaning without effort. As you notice the next inhale, you might sense the opening a little more clearly. As you notice the next exhale, you might sense yourself softening toward it. And if you notice nothing at all when you do that, if it is only words, only a suggestion, that is still enough. You are not behind. No need to do this perfectly. No need to hold the image steady. The threshold can blur. It can sharpen. It can come and go. And through all of it, you are safe. This is not something you force. It is something you allow. So now, you can let your attention rest on the swirl itself. Not on the body. Not on sensations. Just on the gentle turning, like a quiet invitation. And if the mind tries to measure it, if it tries to decide whether it is working. You can let that measuring loosen. You do not need to evaluate any of this. And if thoughts pass through, they can pass through the same way. Not a problem. Just movement. You do not have to follow them. Let the threshold be the simplest thing in your awareness. An opening. A soft turning. And when it feels natural, you can begin to approach it the way you might drift toward warmth without deciding. No hurry. No pressure. And you can approach in the smallest way. One soft moment of attention. Then another. No distance you have to cover. As you near this gentle vortex, you might like to repeat a quiet phrase inside. Only if it helps. Only if it feels kind. Softly in your own mind. I am safe. I let go. I am safe. I let go. And you can let the phrase be imperfect. Half heard. Half remembered. Or not repeated at all. And if you do not want words, you can let the words go too. Now imagine or sense the moment of reaching the threshold. You do not need to know what is on the other side. You do not need a picture. Just the simple feeling of crossing. As if attention, all by itself, glides into the turning light. As if you are carried by something gentle. As if nothing has to be held. And you pass through. No fireworks. No big moment required. Just a quiet change in where you are resting your awareness. On the other side, you can release even the idea of the vortex. Let it fall behind you. Let it fade to the edges. And if it wants to linger for a moment anyway, if you still sense a faint turning somewhere at the edge of attention, that can be fine. Nothing to correct. And now into simple observing. Whatever is here, you can let it be here. If there is spaciousness, you can rest in spaciousness. If there is darkness, you can rest in darkness. If there is nothing you can describe at all, you can rest in that too. And you can take your time here. No need to move forward into anything. No need to create a next moment. No need to check the body. No need to confirm anything. No need to understand. And if you do, notice the body anyway. If a sensation taps the edge of awareness, is not a mistake. You can let it be there without turning toward it. Just the calm fact of being aware. And the gentle permission to let even that soften. You can rest as awareness without trying to hold the shape of awareness. You can let it be loose. Unforced. And you are still safe here. Safe to be quiet. Safe to be blank. Safe to feel something or to feel nothing at all. If the motif phrase returns on its own, it can be like a lullaby in the distance. If it does not, you do not need it. If it does return, you can let it arrive like a soft echo. Not something you say. Just something that gently rings and then fades. I am safe. I let go. And now you can let the phrase thin out. Like sound becoming quieter and quieter. Like meaning becoming simpler and simpler. No need to repeat it again unless it rises by itself. No need to keep any sentence in mind. Just this. This softness. This space that does not ask anything from you. And then nothing to do. And nothing to solve. And nothing you have to hold on to be allowed to rest. You do not have to keep following my words now. If you are already drifting, you can drift. If you are awake, you can simply rest. Let anything that was forming in the mind loosen and fade. No image to hold. No place to go. And if you notice yourself trying to do this right, you can stop trying. If the mind keeps moving anyway, that is okay. If it quiets, that is okay too. Just the simplest sense of being supported. The steady surface beneath you. The parts of you that are already settled. The weight of your shoulders being carried. The ease of your hands wherever they are. The softness in the face, even if it is only a little. If anything still feels tight, it does not have to change. You can rest with it exactly as it is. And the breath moving in its own way. In and out. No need to listen for it carefully. No need to deepen it. Just letting it continue like it already knows how. If the mind reaches for a thought, it can have it. If it drops into blankness, that is fine too. Nothing needs to be different. And whatever happens next is valid. Sleep is enough. Rest is enough. Even being quietly awake is enough. Only once more, if you like, the quiet motif. Not to do. Just to remember. I am safe. I let go. I am safe. I let go. And now, even that can fall away. No sentence to carry. No need to listen closely. If you are still here with my voice, that is fine. If you slip away from it, that is fine too. Either way, you are not required to do anything more. And I will stay gentle and quiet with you as long as these words continue. Nothing asked of you. Just simple company, and then more space. Only the felt weight of your body held. The quiet contact points. And the natural breath continuing, whether you notice it or not. You can let the night or the stillness take it from here. You can be supported without effort.